This video is dedicated to the girl in McDonald's in Hollywood off of 95 and Sheridan who was working the drive-thru at around 8 o'clock this morning. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world does that even mean, Louis? And why do I care? Well, let me give you some backstory. So today, let me give you the date, November 15th, 2022. So today, I was taking my daughter, Sophia, to school a little bit earlier than usual, and we didn't have time to make breakfast, so I went ahead and took her to McDonald's. And we went ordered some pancakes, and once we left the drive-thru and went to go pick up our food, there was this girl. I don't even remember her name, but I know there's people that feel the same way you do. So that's why I'm making this video. I was moved, girl. I was moved. I was happy by what happened today. So I went to pick up the food, and I said, "Good morning," and she said, "Morning." And then I started looking for some things in the car, and she said, "Yeah, it's morning only, nothing good." And I'm like, "Really? There's no good morning? You seem very healthy. You have eyes to see. You have hands and feet. You have, ears to hear." And then she said, "But what good is it to hear if everything that I hear is not good?" I was like, poof, like, oh my God, like that is terrible. That is terrible. What in the world is this girl going through in her life that she can't even appreciate the senses, being able to see and hear, because everything that she sees and hears is bad? So I went ahead, I was moved to say something nice. And I believe that when we as people are moved to do something for the greater good, it is directed by God. Because my will, what I want to do, I just want to keep my mouth shut, get my food, and leave. But I believe that God moves us in ways to do something that is of good for others. So I went ahead and tell the girl, "Listen, like, you're a miracle. Like, do you know you're a miracle?" And then she backed up, and she started, like, eyes were getting watery. And then she looked at my daughter, who was in the backseat. She said, "Listen, you have a good dad. I might take him away from you." And then she kind of laughed, and I kind of leaned in, and I was like, "Man, like, no, you know that you're a miracle of God." And her eyes got even more watery. And then it was time for me to leave. She gave me the food. And then, I said, "Hey, have a good day. God bless you." And she said, "Have a good morning." And then as I drove away, I was still thinking about the conversation. I'm like, man, what kind of environment has this girl grown up on that she cannot appreciate the fact that she can hear, the fact that she can see, the fact that she's alive today? So I got moved and I wrote some words, and I'm like, listen, there's got to be more people in this world that feel the same way today. So I wrote some words, and I'm going to say them right now, because if this is you, I hope that you can listen and receive these words today. And if this is not you and you know somebody that may feel this way, please share this video. All right. And I gave it a title. I call this "My Daughter." And here it goes. So, my daughter, why the defeated look in your face? Haven't you heard the good news? That you were created in the image of God. You are the daughter of the King of Kings. And the evil forces that are responsible for the wicked circumstances that overwhelm your soul, they were dealt with 2,000 years ago, when God made himself fully human and lived the life of a saint and died the death of a criminal, so that you can stop being a slave to your feelings and your mind. Jesus freed you. You no longer need to serve your emotions like a mindless puppet. Through the power of Christ, you are no longer dominated by sin and fear like an unthinking animal. And your mind can now become your courageous ally in the solutions of your problems, rather than your master. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. The evil in this world is very real, as you probably know. You may be surrounded by many small enemies and retarded by many obstacles. But the big things, the real things of this world and of the universe are on your side. How do I know this? Because you're here, alive today. So God is not done with you. Through Jesus, you have been born again, born of the Spirit, Therefore, your whole life has now become one triumphant achievement and accomplishment. Trouble will invigorate you. Disappointments will fuel you on. Difficulties will challenge you. And obstacles will stimulate you. So rise up, my daughter. Say farewell to a life of cringing in fear and victimhood, and live your life in the flesh as a daughter of God. God bless you. And again, if this is you, please seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and He will give you everything you need. And if this is not you, make sure you share this with somebody that may be feeling this way. And to anybody else that may not feel this way, say something. If you see somebody that clearly are not having a good day, you may be surprised what God can do with your voice. It doesn't have to be complicated, folks. Just say something. God bless you. Bye.